Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. I'll generate. What I told you about regenerate? What I told you about generate? What I told you all about that? Huh? What? Nigga, what I told you about that? I told you about that damn generation shit. And I told you we don't do that. I told you we don't do that. Generation shit, bitch. Get your ass off. What the other one? What the last one? Where big homie at? Oh, they this big homie? Are they big homie? Big homie right here. Boom, got his legs. One right there. Two. One more. We hit you right in your leg, big homie. Show them for me, yeah, that's what I need you to show. Show me them legs. You gonna show me the legs? Show me the legs. Show me the legs.
Okay.
Show me that leg, yeah, boom. Leg, show me the leg.
Grab me those.
Oh, there you go. Show me the leg. Don't hit TT.
Right there. You see him?
No, TT.
Just hit him. All right, like this. Stop.
Let me see what's this.
Oh.
Another coach is done.
Oh. 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 This is too easy. I'm striking that bit right in the head. Come on. Oh. Throw this arrow. Oh. Got no more arrows, but guess what? Guess what? You two, it's just you. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm gonna take all my arrows. Ooh, you alright?
Where's TT?
Because y'all running. Y'all running so fast, I don't know what the hell going on. Ooh, oh, I bet. Come on, look. What's up?
Can you help us price TT? Please?
Get y'all past TT? Y'all ready to go to Nana?
No.
I don't know TT at.
Can you help us?
I don't know TT at.
I can't stop screaming.
Ooh, look at that. Dodge. Big one. Ooh. What's up? Ooh, what's up? Look at that. Yeah, I got one more for you. Hold it too. Ooh. Almost there. Oh. Got one more for you, bro. Called Smoky Special. It's called the Smoky.
Come now.
You don't need the light bulb combo. I don't know why that path is open, but I'll take it.
Tina does have money. Tina does afford herself and you can afford anything else. You can afford some time.
Come on, because I'm ready to go to bed. No, y'all not sleeping in here. Stop it. No. You're not sleeping in here. Get your bear. All right, let's go.
Nieces is a trip, bro. Do a trip. Say my nieces, my wife nieces is a trip. My little nieces is a trip, bro. You should have heard them, bro. My wife was like, oh, you going? Alright, I'm about to go to bed. The other one was like, okay, let's go to bed. It's like, like, you can go to bed with me. Like, man, little girl, this is true. That would trip me out. Stop.
I hate going to bed.
You already heard TT. TT has spoken. No, that's your TT. Don't do that. Don't do that. As you know, that's y'all TT. Y'all have to listen to her too.
Because you don't go off. Because you go to work.
I go to work on Wednesday. You be going tomorrow. I still be here tomorrow when you wake up.
No, we gotta go home and
No, I won't. Oh, I won't. Oh, I won't. I'll still be here when you wake up. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Okay, you can come. You can sleep. You come lay right here until TT come. Yeah, I know. I still be here when TT comes. So I ain't gotta be like that. I still be here.
We go home and you
I
go
still
to
be.
work.
I'm not gonna be going to work. And when you get ready to go home, I'll still be here. Yeah. What about Snowy?
Her make a big mess.
Oh, Snowy always do that.
Oh?
She always make a big mess.
Her so messy. Can you let TT have a dog?
Why I gotta let TT have a dog for?
Because I can't take care of them. I want to have a dog for her birthday.
I said people. You know what I'm saying? People.
Most of the people do have dogs.
You know what I'm saying? Some people want ice water, but some people can't get it. You know. Some people want ice water, Mom, but some people can't get ice water.
Ice water?
Yeah.
No.
Some people be wanting the ice cold water. You know that same ice water that me and you drink. They be wanting it, but they can't drink it.
A dog.
I know. It's the same as a dog. She want a dog, but that don't mean she said we're gonna be able to get it. She already got one pet.
I don't want Snowy. I don't like her no more.
Well, that's you. That's up to TT. She wanna get her dog.
her chose that.
Well, it's up to Cece. She don't get her a dog. That's not up to me. TT had a dog a long time ago. We used to have a dog.
When?
Before y'all was born.
We little kids?
No.
Little babies?
Nope.
We got little honor?
TT used to have a dog, but we don't.
I wish I can't see it.
Time to raid.
You know, I was scared of you because you have pigtails.
Right now.
Oh, you wear a suit, nigga?
No, not this time. You know, I got too scared of you, a little baby.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, because you have pigtails. Because your haircut.
The cultist.
I don't like it.
Raid.
I want more.
Find these last two
He said they don't want to go back. I just don't want to go back. Baba, you're not going to tell the truth.
What did you stop me?
Huh?
What did you stop me?
Remember why something to get here?
Huh?
Remember why something to get here?
What is that?
I don't know.
Please.
I don't know how long until TT get here.
YouTube. On YouTube.
Mm. Oh, somebody's down. I gotta go save him. One of my people's down. He need help. He ain't down. He need help. And I'm on fire. Why is I'm on fire? Okay, there we go. No, I'm fine. No. Huh? I shouldn't about Facebook. Who asking about Facebook? Ghost? Ghost. Who asking about Facebook?
Are you not getting his messages, Mike?
Hold on, let me look. Sometimes you know. When people send links, bro, that shit be like sometime, bro.
And they calling me. What about her can say, let's go back. I don't want to go back.
On Facebook.
Yeah, man. Need to delete that shit. Real.
And I don't know the answer. Her can say, why you didn't listen to me? I say, come here. And I don't want to go back.
Well, you don't want to go to bed?
No.
You gotta go to bed. Y'all know y'all know y'all gotta go to bed. Y'all know y'all gotta go to bed. I'm not old enough to sleep in here yet.
No.
It's here. I'll be like that.
I want to sleep right here in the middle. Right here next to you in the middle.
I don't sleep over there. TT sleep over there. I sleep by the door. And if I sleep. Cause I be up listening. Yes.
Be with you in the middle.
Yeah, it's TT, and that's TT. And TT already told you no. You already know what TT already said. I'm not going back on what TT already told you. Yeah. I know you be wanting to sleep in here because you get to watch TV and all that. That's all they want to do. Nigga said his face will get hit while he's reading it.
Pretty much.
I mean, Facebook is inactive.
Like you're supposed to get in there.
No, Journey telling on me. No, I don't want to go up bed. And I gotta go home.
No, that's not
I gotta go home. I gotta go home. More times like come at TT house. Home. And you never come here. And you always go at work.
That's alright.
And you never,
It's alright.
you sleep all day and you never hang up.
You mean come in the living room with y'all?
No more. And you take it forever to go to bed and you sleep all day. See? It's almost 4. That was 4. I don't want to go to bed.
You got to go to bed. I don't care you throwing fits and stuff. That don't mean nothing. That does not mean nothing because you up here throwing fits.
Can you shake me?
Well, I'm not gonna shake you. You're a big girl.
Can
You know
you carry me up?
I already carry you to bed. Why I gotta carry you to bed? You a big girl. You can walk. I only carry you when you sleep.
Huh?
I only carry y'all when y'all sleep. Y'all big girls. Y'all got 2 feet. Y'all can walk. That's why when y'all sleep, I pick y'all up and take y'all to bed.
I want to go to bed sleepwalking. I still don't want to go to bed.
Trust me, yeah, like I be wanting to go to work. I got to go to work. Bills got to get paid.
All day.
Bills got to get
1, 2,
paid.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't want you to go to work. Because you go to work all day and you're making pizza.
I used to make pizza.
Because people are sick of you forever. They're so mean girls. They're so weird.
That's alright. That's how the bills got to get paid.
No.
Yeah. How you think we're able to do the things we're able to do? I think we're able to do things we're able to do. TT not trying to scare y'all no more.
No, I'm too scared to go to bed because I have scary nightmares. Because that's why I don't want to go to bed. Because I hate going to bed.
Why you having scary nightmare? What you have a nightmare
I have
of?
scary dreams.
Why you having scary dreams?
Because I'm scared. I'm a scared person. And then they tell me I'm scared. And that's why I'm a scared person. No, I don't like the dark. Because that's when I see some scary people or stories or something. And that's why I watch zombies, because it's how cheerleaders. Because I wanna be a cheerleader or something.
Hey, calm down. Calm down. Ain't nothing in the dark that's scary but me. The only person that be walking in the dark is me. Okay?
But y'all,
I be walking in the dark.
And you like the dark.
I be walking in the dark.
Sometimes people don't like the dark.
Don't worry about
I am a scared, evil person.
No, you just scared of the dark. The dark. I was scared of the dark for a long time too.
To pick me up.
I was scared of the dark for a long time too. See, look, the light's on.
No.
You see? Look at the light.
Somebody can't cut the light off.
And the light on. And the light's not gonna go off until late at night when you really sleep, and you're not even gonna notice the light is off. You're not even gonna notice the light is off unless you wake up.
Oh, look at red one! Look at red one!
I'm the only person who be walking in the dark. Yeah, it's the only thing you need to do. I see a red one.
Can you pick me up too?
Well, you want to walk y'all in there? Come on, I'll walk y'all in there. Come on.
No.
All right, y'all.
You big girl. Come on.
No.
Come on, you big girl.
I'm about to go to bed.
Don't care about that. Come on.
Bella,
Come on. Don't care about that.
what happened? What happened?
Hey, I want to go. No, I want to go. I forgot my wallet in Florida.
Tuesday on NBC. Stress Balls Gummy with herbal ashwagandha helps turn the stress life into your best life. Stress less, live more with Stress Balls.
Verizon 5G ultra wideband is here. The fastest 5G in the world with ultra low lag. Stop blaming the network and start becoming the best games ever get. Escalate quickly. 5G ultra wideband, now in parts of many cities. This is 5G good price, only from Verizon.
You can't plan for your periods. What the gush moments? But the right pad can. Only Always Ultra Thins have rapid dry technology and they absorb 40% faster. The gush happens fast. That's why Always absorbs faster. The floating gate consisted of mine closed. I'm so excited. I will be departing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really want to drink before we get started. Great. PG-13. Beauty is about embracing who you really are. Beauty tools are precisely crafted with an 18-karat gold-plated head to gently sweep away hair. Be you. Be flawless. Available at these fine retailers. Overspending on a retinol cream? Just one jar of Olay Retinol 24 hydrates better than the $100 retinol cream.
Let me see how many of these niggas I got left.
And try new Retinol 24.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 on there. Probably be 12 for the murder.
Valentine's Day gifts and get Kohl's cash. Only at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
Yes.
The King of Cooking competitions is back. Very ambitious.
See, Ma.
Bravo Top Chef Portland. Season premiere April 1st. Only on
I'm coming. Where's my Bluetooth?
So, I have
and demands and complaints. Last night I didn't explain to you guys that I have my child here. So we went back up to the room. I just want to let you guys know that I apologize. And I do apologize for not having lunch yesterday. I definitely should have asked you guys, but I just, you know. What did you ask? What you asked? Oh boy, girl, it was everything. You know what? She kind of reminds me of a Disney villain. Like one of them evil princesses. Maleficent. That bitch is Maleficent. So you have to know, Latoya is going to be hosting today. I will be directing, leading the workout. Most much needed, okay? Yeah, so then later we have dinner plans. Oh, we're going somewhere. We're going to Did we take shots before the workout?
I was talking to Rick Daddy.
Big foggy day, y'all. Listen to your trainer. Listen to the trainer, okay? Listen! We working out, John. Listen! Drink no more. It's like a horror film, and everyone is Jekyll and Hyde. Everyone is at each other's throats, and then everyone is besties. And I'm just caught in the middle trying to figure it out. All right, work it out with vodka. I'll be cheering y'all on. Woo! I am the cheerleader. Woo! I don't want to lose my butt, honey. Okay. We're gonna squat it out, you guys. So squat, that's right. Burpees. That's a full body workout. Cynthia, get it together. Your wedding is in 18 days. Let's go. Okay, you know what? It's not yet. Lord. Hey! What the hell is this? All the way down. What is she doing? Is she jazzercising? And I'm the auntie? Keep up, old ladies! Oh, that's the countdown. Okay. Jane Fonda better work. Okay, jog, 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 jog. Let's jog, come on, let's go, let's jog. You're doing what you're doing. Over there. I thought you guys were going back to that. I woke up so slowly. Let me go up here. Jeez,
Yeah.
up here. This is here. We was in the sun.
You came in here?
So I did.
No, you came in here first. She said, oh, can you go?
Because I got so much going on at home.
And then said, she's here too, Uncle Rick.
No, time to go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, time to go there.
They said we were moving and closing at the end of the month. You know,
So she got bugging me. And I was like, and she told me she get scared now. I'm like, she been doing that. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what you scared of me? Uncle Rick, it'll be too dark. Alright. I think I'll be sitting right there. And I told her, I said, that's how you.
That's scary.
I'm like, sorry. So I told her, I said, Uncle Rick, you be scared of the dark too. And my Uncle Rick still is scared of the dark. But I was like, look, the only place you gonna see in the dark is me walking around. If you're wondering what is that, that's Uncle Rick.
Now today, everybody's acting like that didn't happen. That to me is just a little.
That's the only place you walk around.
You got Kenya over here. Everybody's complaining about.
Man, like, come on. I told him, alright, come on. Time to go to bed. He told me, alright, y'all. I took go to bed. That means she was already started whining.
That's a very pure mindset to have. It really is. You know, you want to give.
She was already whining when Bella already was telling her to come on, let's go to bed.
For whatever reason, Kenya is not my friend. there is a complete block between us. It would be
That's why I walked out there. That's why I was like, look, man. And you know, what's wrong? I was like, nope, all right.
That's a black life that I value. But our relationships don't matter. Okay, guys, they're about to announce the Breonna Taylor charges. So let's reset real quick. They're about to announce it in about 10 minutes. Go ahead and give them the little stop story.
Alright, everybody, I'm back.
Have support than being my motherfucking village.
I had escort my crying behind niece out the wrong room. I let you hear her the whole time, but she didn't want to go. She want to stay and help me. Can't see you and TT. That's why you ain't old enough.
She would never be old enough. Come in here sleep with TT and on me.
You know, I had my nieces and nephews up there, but
Yeah.
but cause I don't sleep. I'm not.
Keep it clean and healthy. Wear Huggies, by the way. Y'all people sleep. Still not edible.
Ever notice how stiff clothes can build up on your skin? For softer clothes that are gentle on your skin, try Downy Free and Gentle.
You know, I don't mind letting them sleep in the room with you. You feel me?
Yeah.
While I'm up.
Try Downy Free and Gentle. What is a big one? A trick? What if we get hot, so poison, so tied up in a paper with a bandit and get tangled in a murdering spot? What if they put some hair so they can keep the trust in that? Skincare from around the world is better than the world. Olay Regenerative has 131 premium products from 12 countries over 10 years.
He's talking about, oh, Ricky, oh, Uncle Rick, he be sleeping all day, you know? I'm like, and I look at her, I'm like, that's good if y'all think I be sleeping all day, you know? That's good if y'all think I sleep all day. Because when I get up, that means when I get up and I'm silent about it, I don't want nobody to fucking know. Like, like today when you came home, you thought I was still gonna be asleep. It's like I said, when you came home, you thought I was still gonna be asleep, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good thing. And y'all see my ass up.
Who are you? Smart boy with some bags.
Oh, y'all don't even know if I've been up. It's a good thing. I tell you, it's a good thing.
Nationwide 5G included in every plan. It's Spectrum Mobile.
Alright.
Just went off today.
I know.
I got you tomorrow.
After your double, probably. Did you beat all of that mystical part and shit?
I got the hell out of it.
Bro, you like
Damn puzzle with them damn lights.
Oh, okay. That nigga's like got time for that puzzle light shit. Oh man, that puzzle light stuffed you like that, nigga. That shit stuffed your ass like that, nigga. I ain't even know that shit stuffed you like that, nigga.
The history of slavery and oppression is so different.
Oh shit.
Okay, let's take off from here. It's very traumatic to keep going through these hardships and seeing all of these things that are traumatizing, but we definitely want to push forward because one day we will. being a product of a
Nigga like, fuck that shit.
who did not acknowledge his own family because they were of mixed race. To know how we have been discriminated against.
I ain't even think this shit was that bad, bro. Like I said, this shit was easy to me.
It just makes me feel like when is the world actually going to see us?
Shit maybe took me like a couple minutes, bro. Talk. We go a side mission. What's up with this? What's up with this side mission?
The whole shit is a side mission.
Yeah, it is. But like I thought you get me Thor and all them and shit. I ain't really heard nobody really talk about it any deeper and stuff. Alright, let me pop it. Because that's why I could have got pot that bitch, alright. Here we go.
It just doesn't feel as a black woman like I even belong in America. It just feels like I'm here about
Yep, that's what I'm doing, baby. Kids be messing with her. I don't know, is she alright? Snowy? She alright? She alright? Okay, yup, she alright. Let me make sure. I know the kids coming in here messing with her, so I know her sleeping.
She probably still sleeping.
Her sleeping is off right now. You know,
It's almost like saying, like, you got in a car accident and somebody died, and, you know, it's about the harm of the car. Let's hope that the person who was killed in the accident.
what the fuck going on with this lady?
I devote myself to solitary prayer, to confession and fasting.
I have broken the lock. You can leave.
But I choose to live this way. I am an anchoress. This is my entire life.
Sealed up here, all day and night for life. It is an odd way to worship.
I'm a companion to the world.
Did you choose the dude or did you choose the chick?
How can you be at peace with the world?
Oh, okay. Did you got the lesbo action yet?
Come outside.
The lesbo action. The lesbo action with the chick at the He says, matter of fact, he said, matter of fact, go fuck her ass right now while you talking.
Now this a trophy that make it seem like they got shit battles.
You seem like they got shit bottle.
Ship battles, you know, like the naval battle shit.
Yeah.
It's a fucking trophy that say destroy 10 ships. It's a longboat and no more fucking ships out. I don't know if that's gonna be something they gonna add later.
It's probably. I think it's probably like later on in the game, because you did see the part where you did had to hold your shields up when they was shooting arrows at your boat and shit. So
yeah, but they wasn't in no damn ships. They was on the fucking
on the boats. I know they was on the shore.
I haven't seen no more ships then.
I haven't seen nothing in there.
I seen on her, but I ain't seen no other ships on the ship.
Trust me, I haven't seen none either.
No, this is a trophy that's What it took place.
Ask your doctor about the phone. If you can't afford the medication, your doctor may be able to help. I've never seen a razor like this before.
Well, it's showing Navy battles in the game. Then you had to upgrade your ship. I thought so. I'm like, nigga, I barely even ride the damn ship. Well, at least on Odyssey, at least you can have some ship battles. Looks like the whole thing of being a Viking is raiding boats, ain't it? I said the whole thing of Vikings is raiding boats and land, ain't it?
Oh yep, Steve, look at this.
No.
Ram and destroy 5 boats in under 2 minutes with the home. Ultra rare trophy called Roll Raid. But there's no fucking naval battles.
Oh, so it's a raid. So basically, it's a raid.
No, it say Roll Raid. It say ram and destroy 5 boats in under 2 minutes with the home. And there's no other long ships out. How the fuck you supposed to do that?
For real, I haven't seen no long ships.
I played this game for damn near 80 hours. I seen other shit. Oh, the damn nutter. So how you supposed to do that, man? So 2.4%. There's no more ships out here, so I don't know, maybe it's probably at the end of it.
Probably is, we just don't know. I'm just like, it's certain what happened in here. People said it's a buggy mess. Man, it's still trying to fix on this shit. But it's like the worst buggy mess on Assassin's Creed game. So listen, that one dude right though. It's like Odyssey and Origins and shit. That shit made you want to finish the game. This shit right here don't make you want to finish it. It don't make you want to. In it, you know what I'm saying?
Assassin's Creed 4 got the best game. Or actually, Assassin's Creed 4 and Assassin's Creed Rogue got the best fucking naval battles.
What I have for? And whether you believe it or not, do you know you can get Assassin's Creed 4 right now? You know from where?
Oh, you talking about on that bullshit?
Yeah, you can download it off PlayStation now. Yep, you can download it off PlayStation now, bro. See, at least you get a game. At least you ain't got to play the game. At least you ain't got to buy the game. You get to have the game, and you ain't got to buy it. And guess what else I seen on there? Since you said that, sir, Rogue on there. I seen Rogue on there. I know you seen it. what, nigga? You going? I'm telling you, bro. Go on now.
I'm looking for him.
No, you wasn't looking for him. I seen Rogue on there, and I seen Brotherhood. I was like, no.
Rogue is the fucking best one.
What?
Out of all of them bitches.
Rogue?
I say Rogue, hell yeah.
This is the best one to you. It's the best one to you.
You out there fucking with Dan Franklin and shit, nigga. That shit go hard as fuck, nigga.
Nigga, that started in 3.
Wait. I have been nothing but nice to Drew. And this is how she returns the favor? By
I'm telling you, if you ever played Rogue, man, which I don't think you have, or she gonna be saying
Nah.
what you're saying right now.
No, I haven't played Rogue. I haven't played Rogue. I play all the, like I said, I play all the Assassin's Creed stuff. Except for Rogue and Brotherhood, that's the one I haven't played.
The Rogue, man, I'm trying to tell you, bro, that shit fucking amazing.
Like I tell people, I played on Liberty, and for a PSP game, Liberty has some pretty good graphics for a PSP game.
Attack on sight.
That was easy.
I called the raid and them niggas did all the work. But it was a mission. Like a story mission right here. I had to take over this base. And it was also a raid area. So I called them niggas in and them played everything. I didn't have to do shit with it.
Easy shit, huh?
Yeah, I got a squad full of bitches.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had that for before, and then like I'm starting to pay attention to the story a little bit, so it's like I'm getting some of the people from the story and shit.
Yeah, I got that one chick from the story, man. I got the rest of the chicks was like, I guess niggas that's playing the game. They got like PSN names.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's all chick from my damn raid squad. All bitch. All women.
I ain't got nothing but bitches here.
I mean, tell you this shit. Oh, you know what? I know what you're talking about. You talking about the damn, talking about the map lady. Oh yeah, I be fucking the shit out of her. I go fuck her every time I go back home. So every time I finish an area and I gotta go back and talk to her to get the next area, I fuck her.
Oh, you just go ahead and tear it up, huh?
Oh, nigga, when you get one of them shits that these niggas got, man. Damn, I wish you could get that.
Oh, did you
say you dumb for that?
Did you burn the lady up? I mean, did you burn the letter up, or you didn't? Or you kept the letter?
What letter?
The mercenary letter. Oh, okay.
Play this shit, man. I'm close to the end of this bitch, I know that.
You about almost saying that, right? Yeah. You far as shit.
Yeah, cause the fucking coat kidnapped my brother. Yeah, they trying to get him to join us.
even while exercising. And cycle tracking Kara is tied to the calendar. Looks like
But right now, I'm trying to go and fucking save his ass. I gotta kill the folk bitch that took it. That's what I'm doing right now. My horse, but not with the running, just 1,000 meters. You're mad far.
That is pretty fucking far. Unlock door.
Get past your compromises and get sexy. Come to your healthcare provider or visit sexy.com for telehealth.
Read journal.
Scrappy, family, not getting money, get you Charlotte Ultrasound. Just breathe better, so your family can use less.
So every time I hear a horn blow, like I'm somewhere, blow my shit.
Oh, you blow your horn too on there? Mm-hmm.
No, I heard him. Oh, no.
We're like, don't worry about it. He's my brother. Mm-hmm. Okay, this shit still didn't blow up. What the fuck going on here? I know what artifact is being so hard to reach to. Here you go, babe.
Going upstairs to take care of my daughter, I didn't think it would feel like that. But if I had seen you crying, that would have been a big deal to me. But I don't know to tell you. You did. We need to change it to mood. It's fine. For the drama to be done. But sometimes you got tears. A little bit of sand at the house. I have a ticking box. I learned if you pretend to be happy and laugh, sometimes the laugh takes over, and it actually does that. Honestly, I wonder how you get your face so laugh.
This place is heavily guarded.
Right, let's go storm this bitch's village.
Let's see what that do.
I've been traveling nonstop around the world for 30 years, teaching quiet things. But my legacy is going to be the church that my mother started and my family continues.
Leave it.
Right, and read another book. Get the pattern around real.
They get the battle around ready.
Take this bitch next.
That's his own fault. He's the one who keeps his key in the visor like a carefree milk baby. Okay, everybody out. I don't want the cool kids to know I'm your dad.
Hey, Chris. Guess what your sport is my date for the homecoming dance? But Christy McGuire. Really? Yeah, her husband just died of ALS, so she is ready to get out. Hey there, sunshine. Not now. Brenda. She said I have the body of a 50-year-old before it gets ALS. So who are you gonna go with? I was thinking of asking Tara Moore. Why don't you ask her now? Her locker's right over there. Yeah, okay. Hi, Tara. I was wondering, if you'd like to go to the homecoming dance with me.
Oh, I don't know about Sunday 06. No, but thank you.
His name is Paymaster Gorgeous Moron.
Red light. Time to text and shave and whittle and claw. Thanks for getting here so quickly. What? I'm sorry, you're a Prius. I just assumed you were my Uber. I don't know what that is on account of being Joe. Uber. It's like a cab, except it feels like a game because it's from your phone. Anyway, I'm late for a meeting. Can I just give you $20 to drop me off? Oh, $20 just to drive you across town? Okay, I should be able to drive it. Then I could use the extra money. It's got to be easier than when I was delivering pizzas. Hey, push. Push. Come on. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. Just one more push. There it is. Oh, that's Hawaiian. I believe that's all. You poor fool. Hey, Stewie. What's up, big guy? None of the girls in school want to go to homecoming with me. Probably because everyone calls me names. Big nip, fat nip, big fat nip. Don't listen to them big fat nips. They're just being haters. What's a hater? It was just something people say instead of working to change their own flaws. Anyway, you just gotta do what Taylor Swift does.
So yeah, Limpton.
Who's Taylor Swift?
What the fuck is Limpton?
Oh my god! Am I about to introduce you to Taylor Swift? What is she, a singer? She's much more than a singer, Chris. She's the queen! A goddess! A gazelle in a high-waisted swimsuit! Sorry, if you're neither insane, nor a clown, nor a Ponzi, I'm not interested. I have an idea. You should ask Taylor Swift to the homecoming dance. What? Why would she go to a dance with me?
Let me look for great oats.
Exactly the kind of thing she would do. She's such a sweetheart. Oh, I'm going
Here you go, great oats lately. Okay, right though.
thinking about Taylor Swift.
Hmm.
Okay. How would I even ask her? Who's easy?
What I don't know.
She's very interactive with all her fans. I guess it's worth a shot. Of course it is. If she says yes, she'll surprise everyone. Just like you did on New Year's Eve.
Excuse me.
Hi, I'd like to be an Uber driver. Okay, sure. Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Fine. So I need to fill out a form? Oh, right. Yeah. Name. Paydex reference. Criminal history. And there you go. Yeah, none of it. All I know is do you have a car, a phone, and a face? It's my dog's cat. Oh, and I know you didn't ask, but
That was starting not to give me no more.
record is 60 in a month. You, sir, are officially an Uber driver.
It's only clues. Whoa.
Feels stronger.
Little bit.
This is some good stuff, Chris. I think it's ready to post.
Whoa, it's a fucking bear.
I made my own video.
So where's that bear?
I just did a video of me actually using the heart. I like you. I can even see this.
Get your ass down, bear.
Hey, Chris Griffin. I just saw your video, and I'd love to share your video with you. Alright, I gotta go do
I'm never scared to kill no bear.
just like you.
You do not have an awkward phone call me. What? Oh, nothing stupid. What, two guys going to homecoming? I assumed it was a group this whole time. Take it out. I'm ugly and I'm wrong. Leaving on homecoming. Our top story tonight. Pop star Taylor Swift.
Oh, there's a fucking battle. Oh yeah, rabbit. Feeding my bird. Oh, the rapids go.
Thanks, Mom. Did I do good? Can I wear a dress like Jackie now?
Pull my radio. Oh my god. Pull my bear.
Get ready for the big show. Everything will be fine. All the white people want to be. Ew, you actually are taking drugs? Give me them. I call Jack. I need to sing. I'm dead inside. I'm dead inside. I used to go stab someone on Christmas.
It's so nice to finally meet you. Your video was so sweet, and I can't wait to go to the dance tonight.
Is your wife is coming in? Hi, Peter Griffin, really bad. Quick question. In Shake It Off, you invite us to get down to, quote, this 6 feet. Yet the beat you then provide is rather mild. My question is this. May I lick your leg? Hi, Taylor. Stewie Griffin. I'm no biggest fan. I don't mean that like a psycho. No psycho! Okay, so let's talk about some stuff. So you don't have to say anything. I'm just going to smell the sweet measure. And you just take that as a stop. Okay, here I go. Here we go. God, you bitch. Seriously? Taylor, this is my sister Meg and our dog Brian.
Nice to meet you both. We're not all so impressed. I've met Dan Aykroyd.
I'm sorry, which cast member of Hee-Haw are you? Which? Okay, well, we should probably go.
It was so nice to meet you all, except for the girl and the dog.
Sorry about my feelings.
Don't apologize. It's great.
You wouldn't say that if you ever saw us in a movie. Alright, we got our popcorn from home, our soda from home, snacks from home, and breakfast. Where you headed? To your food. Right, just a couple of errands, and we'll get you there. That was one freak of a class. Anyways, what time's your flight? It's in 20 minutes. Oh boy, I can't make it in 20 minutes. I gotta call you a lift. Well, hurry up, get in. Hope you like the offspring.
His way. Elevator.
Oh my God, Taylor Swift? Yeah? You guys, the dude keeping the door open still gets a I hope he doesn't keep going for years.
No, this is so cool. I always think about high school, but it's not actually too emotional.
Did you like the house?
Sure, but we're gonna have to stand back in 5 minutes.
Cool. You get like an unattended fire pit.
Wow, it's like your dance from a whole story.
Right? You're the only one who's ever gotten it. Usually people just double down. Call 911.
You know, I'm having a great time. You're so cool and down to earth.
I like you too, Taylor. I look forward to it. So nice and normal. You're totally comfortable with me. Yeah. Why don't you just kiss it, Griffin? Sorry, I just don't forget to pick up stuff yet.
Yeah, where's her fucking brother?
That was really fun, Chris. I hope you don't mind I made the dance in the royalty for each of my phones today.
Of course not. And I hope you didn't find that so you let the rocker do it.
No, I thought that was nice. I just had a locker. I just put my phone
Okay.
into the mail.
There she go. There she go.
Sure.
Hey, I feel with you. I'm serious, but I'm really nice.
Oh, that's one of the best memories I've ever had.
I like Luke.
I've learned about food, she's not shy about sharing her gifts with anyone. If we ask her one question, she'll answer 10.
Wow, you two seem to have a wonderful connection.
We do. You know, when we first learned everything. You guys, you might want to see this video Bonnie posted on Facebook.
Why you want on Facebook page?
Took about 100 years to find you niggas.
And here's Ava.
Ah, you time things well. The holy woman Fulke is close by.
Imprisoned at St. Albin's Monastery, just around the bend.
This is our moment here. After this, everything changes.
I might be pleased for you if I knew who this woman was, but I needed her.
I have explained enough. Now is the time for action.
You've done nothing of the sort. Nothing but give me your blind word.
I wish to speak to her. Your yard. That alone speaks for enough.
Why? So she might cast a spell and turn Eadwig into an eel.
Fulke is not the only advantage we're seeking.
Barely.
Treasures in St. Albans.
Really?
More than we can count.
I've already plundered St. Albans Abbey and lifted its treasures.
You ever seen Lois dance to Chris Daughtry?
Saw no prisoners of hell.
You ever seen her dance to Chris Daughtry? Lois. You never seen her dance, babe? She was just dancing to Chris Daughtry.
Right before they saw the song.
No.
Oh no, when she said, "Oh, this is
mom song.
Can you take?" Yeah.
I'll fight with you. His limits to this case. Eadwig is counting on us.
Of course.
You know you could wind it.
Are you sure you should know him? No pickets, no prisoners.
I think I can recall for certain.
Herbie. Ain't that the name of that group, Creed? Yes, it is the name of the group.
No, babe, that's not a group. That's the dude who beat that gay dude out for American Idol, Chris Daughtry. Me and you were watching that episode.
Lois said Creed on here.
Oh, it's Chris Daughtry.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm an existing customer and I'd like your
Did she say Daughtry? I could have swore she said Creed.
Chris Daughtry. I'm going home. Cause you remember you really like that gay dude. You thought that gay dude was gonna win. He beat that gay dude out.
Oh, and some animals give him donuts.
Yeah, this right here.
What do we know of this woman?
Very little. She appears to be an adventurer of sorts.
See?
Thane called her a heretic.
All the better for us. She's clearly
Told you.
someone who knows her own mind.
I admire your optimism, brother.
I told you. Because remember he beat out that gay dude. Who he was like who really could say.
Try the new Detroit style today. No one out pizza the hut. Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip Hop Grid Tag Team to help you plan dessert.
Swoop, yeah. Swoop. Swoop. Swoop, man. Swoop. Swoop. I don't blame that. That'll make a nigga wanna get into it too. Swooping the ice cream like that.
Damn.
There will be a crypt or dungeon near the central church above.
Near the central church, he believes. And we gotta go and find the central church.
Move out the fucking way.
What happened? I thought you said Taylor had a good party the other night. He did. He even let me grab the part of the body so others could be alive. Wow, look at his arm. Everyone hates it, right? He's right. Check it out, it's already a meme. Oh man, Chris, this computer is telling me that you done switched it up. Why would she do something like this? Because this is what Taylor Swift does. She gets into relationships with guys, sabotages them, and then writes angry songs about it. I just wish I could talk to you. Well, why can't we? She has a house in Rhode Island. We could go today. Oh my God, we can go today. I can't even fly that doesn't. Well, we can just show up there. Why not? We've done crazier things before. Remember when we sent that tweet? Liddy? You guys have been away for a long time. Hey, what are you in for? I said Caitlyn Jenner
Here's the
wasn't
most
raised in uniform.
Saint
So this is bad. Hey, what's up? I'm just going to go up.
So that means we gotta go up.
The window's down. How about that?
You ain't said nothing but a word.
Pretty great, right? It is. It really is. Thank you, business person. No problem. Hey, you ever go in a hot tub when it's snowing outside?
Oh.
We got a taco tune for you, Taylor. Hit it, Marty. Hot bang, 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 bang. I like being a girl.
Okay, one thought. What if we use lots of food and bagels to bottle?
Oh, that's perfect. Like when you change pickle and food, you shake it off. All right, we got our homework. Hi, Taylor.
Chris, what are you guys doing here?
I wanted to talk to you. Your office is way nicer than Aunt Mary. You broke in there. I thought we had a real connection.
We do. I really like you, Chris. I'm sorry. I always do this. I ruin relationships with nice guys.
He did. Everybody did now.
You're never going to find a real relationship if you keep doing this.
Listen, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, Chris. What is it about you? Why did you went off with my first night off my bed?
Are you serious? That stinks. Taylor Swift. That would be even cooler when I was in that remake of the Princess Bride that you called you.
I'm mad at her for her face on top of it.
Who?
And one of them makes me go sleepy back.
Why her face won't pop up? Oh, she don't pick up the phone.
Hey, Cal, where are we heading again? Go down this dark alley.
Can I get a water, please? From my little fridge. Take 3 of them.
What the hell's going on? This is what we do to Uber drivers.
Whoa.
What the hell? How did it go?
Oh my God.
What?
Nigga, I'm stuck in the wall. This nigga picked me up and threw me and I stuck in the fucking, I glitched through the damn map and died, bro.
Wow.
Oh my fucking God, man. This shit made me quit. Oh my fucking God, bro.
You tell me that nigga, he got him through the mountain.
Threw me through the fucking wall of the building. I fucking died.
Hey, everybody, help that stage.
This next song is a new one. It's about my boyfriend, Chris.
fuck.
First mystery, last mystery, that is the 24th mystery.
Who dares enter the sanctuary?
This stony cave reeks of piss and salty tears.
How dare you? We've come for the one Fulke. She need not bedevil you any longer. Oh, the mad heretic!
Ah, the self-begotten spirit has sent an angel to deliver me.
Open the door.
Her heresies must be punished. Not by Danes or Mohammedans, but by true Christians.
Are you going to use this music and jeopardize your career and your art?
Friar, our hands are bloody with the gore of your guardians. Is your God so starved of martyrs that you wish to die as well?
You make a fine point. Let me pray on this.
I'm saying that Taylor Swift, you are a spoiled ostrich leg with no talent, big.
The Lord bids me to
Oh,
welcome
okay.
all strangers.
Started me right back where I died. Alright, now
Take
let's
the
look
key
out.
and depart with your strangers.
Before I go in that bit. Something like going to the church with me. There you go.
Praise the Lord of the treasury.
Man, my nigga, you ain't going to see the building this time, nigga. We outside. Come on. Come over here in the wide open space. Come on.
I didn't say no with it.
Kill this big ass.
I didn't say no, we ain't with you, bitch.
No. Getting the whole ass shit off this time. Bitch.
I have many such curiosities.
And you possess an object. A polished stone with unusual
She
markings.
ever fucking stabbed me with no fucking spear, nigga. I was gonna let you be.
Huh?
I got other shit on my mind.
Now you gonna kill her, huh?
Yeah, oh, he dead. I ran by it and he alright, nigga. Trying to spare me. Hold on before I do that. Look around real quick. Alright. Yeah, y'all niggas come on, I see this guy. Yeah, come on, nigga.
Some weeks, perhaps a month.
Holy fuck.
Heresies, yes.
Man, she fucked my brother up.
Discover many unfavored objects in my lifetime. Objects
Damn,
which
she fucked
attest to
that nigga
works
up.
of the demiurge. The false god worshipped by these Romans imbeciles. Across Germania and Francia, we found these relics in carvings. And here in England, Lady Edwin claims they are blasphemous. It is clouded. The true worth of these objects is a mouse.
May we see these objects?
If you wish to know the truth about the objects, I will show it.
I would indeed.
Enough of
Murder.
this mystery, Sigurd.
Fulke is a curator and architect of great work. One of which may reveal my true nature.
True nature? You said this was about victory, about defeating evil.
You know that I am descended from the ancient gods as a victory. You will give me dominion over this land.
Descendant of the gods. Brother, what by Odin's eye you say?
We've heard that you possess a fake stone with strange markings in the image of a tree.
Get all your favorites. Fast, fresh, and unlimited customization. It's made exactly how you like it.
Came to this land with the Dane
Real
Ragnar.
food, ready.
Do you
In and
have
out,
it?
contact
It is
and
the
carry out
son
the
and
delivery.
rule of Odin's sacred objects.
I don't run, ho. Don't run in the dark, ho.
While you waste precious
Oh,
hours
this hoe wanna play like
true
that.
nature, I hope for a swift victory is failing.
Perhaps I should leave you free alone to hammer through your differences.
What happened, bro?
So fighting in the dark, man. Can't see this shit.
Oh.
No one on earth can beat
That's what you know I'm gonna do. I'm fighting with you.
I know.
There's no risk letting us in.
No risk at all. Brings me. Oh, self-wicked, sending these three to deliver me from my punishment.
No whispering gods let me here, Fulke. I brought myself.
You came because I called to them. They spoke through me.
Brother, you have my head spinning.
And you fascinate me more with each passing moment. The Saga Stone is hidden away in the care of my acolyte. Are you ready to go see it?
The sooner we see the slab of rock, the better. Let's go. Approach the
No, I
stone.
can't fucking see, man.
Make
What kind of fight is this, man? You supposed to fight this bitch in the dark.
Home value being an all-time high, smart homeowners are using their home equity now more than ever. Your home equity could be the best way to
This nigga.
Bitch pussy as hell to be a fucking coach.
make investments for even large. But don't
How he ready for you?
Yeah, this bitch is in the dark, running around, dipping back in the shadows, and disappearing and shit, and popping up out of nowhere and shit.
Oh my goodness.
He's the pussiest coaches I ever fought. Everybody else took their ass whooping like champs. Being a little bitch right now.
He said, come here and take this ass with me.
Hey, got your bitch ass. Oh shit. God.
And
Found
he
your
said,
ass, bitch.
and he said, yeah, I want to get my ass whooped now.
Ah, oh, you want to play with fire? That's what we doing?
Who's your friend?
You want to play with fire? That's what we doing, huh?
Eric.
Ouch.
The Big E.
Bitch.
Great to meet you. People love my nickname. The whole thing. It's wonderful, sir.
Holy shit, I can't see a fucking thing now.
You know, like the sign says.
You can't see a thing. Everything went dark.
This bitch got this bitch flag night in this bitch.
Tune in for Marathon's Unbelievable.
All I can see is this whole shadow thing.
So his wife going to bed. Move stuff off. I decided to move stuff off the bed real quick. My wife going to bed and shit. Like shake the cover off real quick, cause everything else on her side. This crack at this other job, yeah, like he don't want to send me my goddamn money unless I take him the hire paperwork. And I was like, alright. Bitch, I got you.
What the hell?
Yeah. But I got the hire paperwork. I'll take it to him. I'm take it to his fuck ass. And get my money.
This is why you will have been punished in prison. What she shows is heresy. Is, in fact, the true nature of the
Yours is a strange saga, Fulke.
and yet I have not yet reached its
You know, give me your soda. You wanna give me your soda? Yo. What? What you mean I don't want that?
What soda?
Yo.
You don't need that, no.
Are you spitting it?
No, that I've been pouring. I poured out the little bit that was inside of this cup.
Oh.
Inside of that one.
Oh.
That's what I'm telling you, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Get the soda from out of
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Thirsty. Instead of asking me questions, shit, just listen to me.
Holy shit.
That's Rick and Morty.
England's Roman past. My acolyte found it abandoned and derelict.
Yo!
Here under his this bishop expelled him for teaching the
What?
same truths. Got him imprisoned.
He was a priest.
He was.
I went to the.
The bishop's made him too craven and too
Alright, we outside now, but you know, running now. What's the crack? Huh? Yeah, I'm doing some circles around you, swinging a heavy cross.
You know how to parry on there?
Yeah.
Parry. Parry be hard as shit sometimes.
Parents, meet Joe Henry. The Alliance tool that helps kids learn the realm of magic. This is Dennis. And it out. A gift gives a chance to get hands-on with money. Each card your kids can spend helps their lives instead. You also can notify when they use their cards. And that's the way to have it. Set up an automatic allowance, rewards and for chores, relative to
This is him. You're acting like a boy. Quite
So what are
indecent.
you looking for? Sign up now at GoHenry.com. Go Henry. Making every kid good with money.
That same guy seen me when I came here before to grab something.
Treasury of light. Eatman's men did this. They killed Brother Pope, stole him.
Always questioned, second guessing my wishes. You stole this guy, and I missed my chance.
Uh-oh. It doesn't matter.
It's a stone cigarette. You're chasing shadows like a man howling at the moon. What matters is victory against Edwin and her allies.
This was my victory. To know my true self, my destiny.
Hold, both of you. You hear that?
Soldiers, Evelyn's here.
So tell me how your story going, bro. Yeah, but how did it shape out? Did you kill some people? Did you let some people live?
Stone was taken from this tower, inscribed with runes. Give it to a tree. Do you know it?
It depends on how the story goes for me.
This heretic's blasphemous foremost. Is that why you've come?
We are here to trade that stone for assurance of peace.
What are you saying? We can prove your word.
Well, that stone, we will leave your lands and not return.
No, for this, you must bring me Egypt's head.
We made a promise, brother.
Brother, we have a deal then.
What's dancing cream? Well, dancing cream is something that grown-up people use to make singing.
We accept this.
Done.
We do not.
Ooh. Shit.
Cut them down.
Are you mad?
You mad, brother? How you going? You straight up talk shit, brother? Yeah, you mad?
Get ready.
Bring your ass back here. Oh, nigga. Ass back here. Oh, bitch. Get your ass with nigga D daggers. Oh, really? Back here, man. Bitch. Bitch. Fucking die. Fucking asshole. Who fuck shooting at us? Fuck niggas shooting at us?
Alright, trying to find this other code.
Fuck niggas shooting at us? Bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you think you is?
12 coke and flag.
Oh, you got the last coaches?
Yes, I got 12 left.
12 left?
I'm gonna make that 11, but let's see one of these Roman focus niggas. I'm gonna go tell his ass.
Hold on. It's the order. I thought it was just the order.
Yeah, them niggas is in the order.
Yeah.
It was the so-called bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Or they like the bounty hunter niggas from Odyssey. They should be riding around looking for like fucking mad life and shit.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. See, you didn't burn the letter. I burned that letter. They ain't running around looking for me. I burned the letter.
They got killed them niggas they caught.
Yeah, when I find them. You know what I'm saying? When they're patrolling. But they don't be pop up, but they don't be looking for me though. They don't pop up on my map.
I don't pop up on your map when you post.
I will not betray Giedrich.
Guys, it's not for you to decide.
My promises are my own. They are ironclad.
Shit, close to me.
Sigil, your brother and master.
Take a breath. Let's punch this nigga.
Stay out of this.
Enough!
If it wasn't clear why Sigurd is in command of this man, your temper runs too hot.
Holy hell,
You want to settle things with us? Come on. Else you should have free
to his classes. You want your stone? It will be there.
Giedrich's plague army will never breach the rules. We could have first taken the stone, then made decisions. That was always our plan. I had no intention of betraying Giedrich.
It was his plan all along. Yet you suspect keeping guessing. You fits of madness.
You are not always to be trusted. Your past is shortcoming you. I knew that. My father knew that.
You see what that nigga is doing?
Sit here. Be more of your faith, brother. I have a promise to keep. I mean to.
You think too much of yourself, lady. You do not have the wisdom of Odin. Come, Moses.
This swallow with your brother is something that
All my life, I have always known his mind. Until this day.
time makes idiots of us all.
You fought well today, Fuki. Would you fight beside me now?
To wrest control of the Shire from between.
Giedrich asked me to cripple her line of support. Did you know where she gets her rations and supplies?
east of Oxenford, south of the Lake. There's a place called Eaton Barn where eager merchants sell to soldiers. Meet me there.
I had to punch that and hit that assassin nigga. Pressing right in his shit. Like, bitch. Stay your ass up out of here. You don't see niggas up here talking? Grown men have a conversation.
England's defenses have been weakened. I could do more before joining Fulton.
Oh, you should got the cover, babe. So, man. Good to what? Yeah, you can. I ain't on the cover.
Yo, this last cigarette is my cigarette now.
Alright.
Hey, you guys don't have to go to the store anymore.
Alright, well, that'll be like at 7, right before you go. So I said that'll be at 7 o'clock, yeah.
You know that you turn off that AC?
What AC?
The AC.
Oh, what? It was still off?
It was still off. Wondering why we all hot in here.
What? I was comfortable.
It's not comfortable. It's hot. But the fucking, the cruise in the Sierra Desert.
Y'all feel like y'all was in the desert. Y'all felt like y'all was in the desert. I feel comfortable.
Nigga, this shit don't go fast enough to destroy.
What shit don't go fast enough to destroy, nigga? Oh, you in the ship battle?
This shit slow as fuck, bro.
Oh, you in the ship battle?
Man, like I see like a bunch of ships, like little paddle boats that are the water. I'm trying to run this shit slow. Yeah, that shit stopped the whole boat. Once I gotta shoot the shit in the bow and arrow and shit stink. I don't know how you supposed to run nothing over, dog. This shit you can't stop a rowboat, my nigga. I mean a rowboat stop with that.
Yeah. And he said, what the fuck? And he said, what, nigga, you can't use a rowboat. Yeah, you can see you can't even run over a rowboat. What the fuck? Oh shit, nigga, you killing me, bro. You killed me, bro. You know that? You just you killed me, bro. They say you can't even stop a fucking rowboat. Yes. Right, did you put the sail out? No, you put the sail out.
The sail is up, bro.
You got a bitch going with the wind.
Man, must not be blowing up.
Kinda, that bitch be going fast for me, bro. Have you pushed the left hand along again too?
I was holding. They taking that bitch down.
Oh goodness, you killing me, bro. You killing me.
Nail done. Oh, yeah. And then the rest of it. Gotta find the plant. Yeah, nail it. I got a little shop over here. Let's try the point source area unlocking.
Yeah, you fucking laughing. I had bad warning. Yeah, you fucking laughing. Well, these niggas in the cursed area. Bring your ass here. Oh shit. These niggas in a cursed ass area.
Smells like a trap.
Whoa. Whoa, that's the curse. That's the curse too.
Easy now. Something's not right.
There we go. I found the curse. Man, they got a poison.
Need to be careful here.
You got them Joanna people. Cursing niggas and shit. Hmm?
You real thing. That's what I put. Arrow to the front. He got an arrow to the face. That is now it's searching for food and
Have you met my friend, Mr. Arrow? To the face.
Chest. Oh, there it is. I got my focus. I'm gonna go knock him out. I'm gonna knock her ass down. The sequel. April or June. You can be found at the bakery. Or special market. Bacon donuts. Right.
Yeah, we've been here before. Bring your ass here.
Look at you. Look at you.
I'm glad y'all seen me. Make it a little bit more easier. Guys, this is how this cookie crumbles.
Man, if I was Tom Brady, I'd tell him, fuck my rich kid. Yeah, the damn daughter of the designer of the fucking Lombardi store. Because he was on they had like a little fucking boat party and shit. And he threw the trophy to another boat, to another one of his players.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, and they fucking having a fit over there.
They threw the trophy and shit.
He caught it. You have to see if it went in the water, you know what I'm saying? Then you can have a fit, but it never caught it. See if it fell in the water or something.
Nigga said, I see it fell in that water, but he said that nigga caught the motherfucker.
Yeah, you caught that motherfucker. All you having a Tom Brady's a quarterback. That's what he do. He throws shit really far. That's his job. Don't get mad at the man for doing his job. Trophy is a football, by the way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real, right?
And a fucking obelisk type shit. Yeah, it's a fucking football. And they say it's on the actual scale of NFL football. That shit is huge. They say it's the same size as the actual NFL football. Do that, dude. And the boat was moving too, but still, I think he threw it to Gronk.
Yeah, he threw it to Gronk. That's who caught it.
That's who was catching the whole game. Yeah. That nigga was feeding Gronk, man.
Gronk felt like he was like back in New England again.
I'm trying to tell you, that nigga Brady was feeding his ass. That's how they won, nigga. That nigga Gronk.
So you thought you were done?
It was Gronk to Brady. Gronk to Brady, touchdown. Gronk to Brady, touchdown. Brady to Gronk, touchdown. Yeah, that nigga was feeding that nigga out there. Their defense was locked down solid.
Oh, yeah.
31-9 out there. Blowout. Yeah, man. Tampa Bay gonna be the new New England, man.
New what?
They're gonna be the new New England, dog.
Nigga, you think
Tom Brady, you know, man, Tom Brady went to the Super Bowl, nigga, 3 years in a row, nigga.
Nigga. You think Tom gonna play the Heat 50?
One year, nigga, they had nigga.
I'm at you. I'm at, bro. That when he was in his 30s. Bro, that was Randy Moss.
This nigga went to
That was
Tampa
Randy
Bay,
Moss.
bro. His first year, bro. First year in
I'm
Tampa Bay,
at
bro.
you.
To go to the Super Bowl, bro.
I asked you. You think he gonna play to the 50?
You might as well, bro. You might as well, bro. This nigga's a robot, bro. Ain't a real person. Robot. Android. I got everything. Nigga's a robot. Might as well.
Might as well play till you 50.
First, yeah, we'll see.
Tampa Bay had a good team.
Tampa Bay was hands,
bro, Jamie.
Made a wild card.
Jamie Winston threw for 5,000 yards last year.
I mean, shit,
There ain't no small thousand. That ain't no small feat though. I mean, you just don't have the quarterback.
To the Super Bowl, dog. That's the whole point, making it to the Super Bowl. They try and get them trophies in the ring. And you could throw for 1,000,000 yards. If you don't make it to the Super Bowl, that shit don't mean nothing.
Nigga, it means a lot, nigga. You Drew Brees and you only got one Super Bowl.
Tom Brady got 7 rings. Tom Brady looking like Jordan.
But Tom Brady ain't a better passer than Drew Brees, though. He's a better orchestrator. Tell people he's a better orchestrator. He orchestrate the game. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Tom Brady's a winner. I wouldn't even say nothing. Man's orchestrator. I say. You know what I'm saying? But I see a lot of people forget Peyton Manning did the same thing though. I said, but I know a lot of people forget about that though. Just because he lost it to the Seahawks. I get Tom Brady what he'll go. Man's a winner. He got 7 rings. I can't even say nothing about him no more. He took the Shaq and Kobe conversation away and said it was because of me.
You need to go ahead and get him 3 more. 3 more.
Man, he's not gonna get 3 more, man. He ain't gonna get 3 more, man. He got that one. I told people I'm happy he got that one. He surprised me by getting that one. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, it's Brady." Yeah, I know it's Brady. Yeah, I'm saying, but sometimes I seen what follow the time do the quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? They make them look good in the first 4 games, and then, you know.
That's some quarterbacks is getting fucking whacked out there, bitch, all the time. Man, Brady barely gets
Yeah.
O-line hold up.
Yeah.
The O-line hold up. That nigga be scrambling out
You can't really even say that, bro, because, like, Peyton Manning was the same way, bro. Peyton Manning, your boy Dan. Saying your boy Drew Brees don't take punishment like that. But Drew Brees is a year.
Quarterbacks get laid out there.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. You got some. I know you gonna like. You got some quarterbacks that get late. With quarterbacks like Drew Brees, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning and them, bro, they don't get hit. That's why they last for a long time.
The O-line was protecting them.
Mm-hmm. Don't get hit like that.
You ain't got niggas in the league no more, like, you know what I'm saying, like Michael Pittman, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna come right at your neck. Quarterback gonna get caught, nigga, shit, no way, nigga.
Nigga, JJ Watt just got released today. You don't know who JJ Watt is, nigga? JJ Watt is a beast, nigga. On the defensive end, he played for the Houston Texans, though.
That's why I don't know who
Man.
So I even look at that shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. JJ Watt, man. He the type of nigga that'll get you like 15 plus sacks a season back when he was he wasn't getting hurt that much, but now he be getting hurt. But still, even as he get hurt, bro, he still get you about like 9 or 10 sacks in a season, and that's like him playing like 7 or 8 games, bro, in a fucking season. So imagine nigga coming out there getting you like 10 sacks. When he played in the whole season, he got 22.5 sacks, bro, in the whole season. That nigga be wrecking that line. That cracker be wrecking that line, but he be killing his body though. That cracker be killing his body. Told him he need to start working out that hard.
Yeah, Brady don't even work out like that.
Bro, that cracker be at the all season be squatting like 900 pounds.
I done seen Brady work out, man. That motherfucker don't do shit. They do a bunch of resistance, man.
Bro, that cracker, JJ Watt be squatting like 900 pounds, bro. That's why them big ass offensive linemen can't stay in front of that cracker.
Yeah, Brady don't lift no weights, man. He need to do resistance, man.
Brady don't win against JJ Watt and shit.
Just saying, Brady ain't no big nigga.
Oh no, Brady ain't no big nigga. But
he don't lift weights, he do resistance, man. Like with the bands and
trust me, but trust me, JJ Watt don't win against Brady and shit. JJ Watt at least averaged a sack on Brady game every time he played against Brady. JJ Watt is like the only nigga you gotta put like 3 niggas on him. He the only nigga I know you gotta put like 3 niggas on him. You can't be 2, you gotta be 3. That's how strong that nigga is, bro. That cracker will bullet through everybody to get to the quarterback, bro. Tell you, bro, watch that cracker highlight. You'll think that cracker was on steroids, bro. How that cracker be moving? You be like, bro, that ain't no white boy. White boy look move like he a nigga. And then some of the shit he be doing, he be like, bro, like even though he ain't got no Super Bowl, he a Hall of Famer. I told people that, I be like, man, that cracker a Hall of Famer. Cracker ain't got no Super Bowls, but he been playing on a sorry ass team, but he a Hall of Famer though. That's the only cracker I know that was on a goal line play. That nigga, them niggas call a snap. That nigga literally pushed over another nigga, jumped over another nigga, and grabbed the fucking running back before he even fucking got to the goal line. And then on the next play, he jumped over the whole fucking, he jumped over everybody, his big ass. and blocked the fucking kick. I was like, man, won the game by his damn self, bro.
And then there was 11.
Okay, that Craig used to win the game by himself, but he played on a sorry ass team. What you gonna say? I don't know why this boy wanna fight me for. Got that boy. I'm like, I don't know why you wanna fight me, boy. Trying to tell the boy I'm not even trying to fight him. I'm gonna get drunk, stick my face in the drink. Oh, that's water. Okay. So I'm getting off track. Killing niggas always get a nigga off track. Let's curse around. I already had to deal with that. I ain't curse no more. Was the fucking boy chasing me? No, it's a fucking moose chasing me. The fuck is this? Yo, moose, what the fuck is wrong with you? The fuck you gonna chase me and run off? That's a slick ass moose. Wow, continue farther southeast. So it should be facing southeast to the large pond. If I'm not mistaken, the large pond is literally right over this hill. So, oh, it's you again. Oh, it's you again. Come here, Moose. Come here. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell's wrong with this moose? She popping out and chasing me. Okay, this is where she should be at. She should be over here by a large pond. No, it is something down there. Fucking knew it.
And then there was
Fucking knew it. Fuck is this bitch at? Shoot southeast of a large pond. Now that's a bitch at? No. It's a kid.
Who are you yelling at? I see no one.
My brother, he's right in there. The goblin turned him into a fish.
Goblin turned him into a fish.
He won't come out of the water to do his chores. Mama's gonna be so angry. Oh, whatever will I do? That's not the right fish. My brother has brown eyes. We've gotta get him out of that pond. It won't be easy. He's mean and slippery. Walter, you are gonna be in so much trouble when Mom hears about this. She told you not to talk to goblins. You're no help. My brother is swimming around this pond.
What's your brother? The hell is her brother? So her brother is that goddamn fish. Okay, but she's not around this large pond. There's another small pond over here. Maybe she's right over there. There's a cow laying there and some water. She's not over here. I don't know what the fuck she is. No problem, just keep going south. Oh, they her bitch ass here.
Dear, would you live under a Eagle's wing? For that is where you will be.
I'd give a raven to any man for this.
I had so care. I will again. You need only give me time. I must persuade what.
It's a crying shame you're
That's me moving.
Huh?
Your wares will bring death to the farmers and merchants of this land. Could you live with such a burden?
Not enough, huh? So you doing the head bob and weed. When you know I catch your ass tomorrow, nigga, your ass getting off. You know exactly, I know how that is, nigga. Alright, my nigga.
A lot of work.
Oh shit, this shit was a lot of work for your ass.
Yeah, if I go find clothes and shit.
Yeet.
It's for the good of your shire.
You've lost your senses.
What's the noise about?
She's trying to rob me. I warned you, soldiers are coming to escort me any minute.
This merchant is taking supplies to the castle. Oil for boiling, arrows, shields, rations. I offered to buy them, but he refuses.
I don't sell on a future promise of profit. Edwin's a valuable customer.
Then I'll make you a new offer. How about a story? I'll spin you a tale in exchange for your wares.
That's a hard bargain, Dame, but I'll bite. Sing me one of your sagas.
Wild winds wander, seas spit salt, night fell into slumber. Rise, Odin, rose, farewell.
Bit of a slow start. Pick it up.
Long before the beginning, before you and I and others, wise Odin looked with his one great eye, scared and blank and wonder.
This Odin fella, he's one of your gods, isn't it?
The moon burns red, the sea foams gold, wise Odin utters the words.
Right, this is not what I wanted. Stop.
The snake coils, look he yowls, poison drips from the mouth.
Enough, enough! This is some sort of Nordic curse! Run, go!
How does it end? They all die. We can use these oil jars to supply the soldiers. I see visions of burning men, the screams of soldiers aflame. If we place the oil,
I just gotta call my phone. That's it. I'm calling my phone.
burn like hellfire when the soldiers arrive. Take position on that bluff and watch for the soldiers, would you? You'll hear me howl as the men approach.
Okay, I was looking for my phone, baby.
Great swords. This is by far one of the most enjoyable ways to play the game because it's so wildly different from anything we've ever experienced before in an Assassin's Creed game. There is a lot that Ubisoft doesn't tell us about this game. In fact, so much that I foresee a second part of this video coming out after I've sunk more hours into the game. For the record, I'm currently about 30 hours in and around power level 150, and I thought that was a good time to stop and put together this first video for anyone looking to pick up the game during the next few weeks. Now, it's no secret that the Hidden Blade is one of the most iconic weapons in video games today, and with its return in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I wanted to take every opportunity to use this weapon. Everyone knows that you can assassinate your targets with the Hidden Blade, but thanks to Valhalla's new dual-wield system, you can actually use the Hidden Blade during combat as well. To do this, make sure that there are no weapons equipped in your offhand, and it'll look like you're going into battle unprepared, but in actuality, you're giving the Hidden Blade the time to shine. With nothing equipped, you still have the ability to parry attacks by tapping the parry button, as well as the ability to use the Hidden Blade as an attack by holding the parry button. The attack works in two phases. The initial stab does a small amount of damage, but when you pull the blade out of your target, it deals a moderate amount of damage and knocks most targets to the ground, setting them up for a stop. Is this the best offhand attack in the game? Probably not, but it's pretty neat and definitely worth checking out.
Said he'd be here all day.
Since we're talking about the Hidden Blade, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about assassination, a fundamental concept in any Assassin's Creed game. For the first time ever, the game is giving players the power to assassinate targets well beyond what was ever possible in previous games. Advanced assassinations is a skill that can be unlocked very early on in the game, but because of the fog of war that obscures the entire skill tree, it's hidden from plain sight. To unlock advanced assassinations, just head down the Raven tree and locate this major node here. Once a point is allocated into the major node, you'll have the ability to assassinate nearly every target in the game. You will have to complete before assassinating an elite target, but even at its hardest, this minigame is pretty simple. Now this next tip is for all you gearheads out there looking to collect everything in the game. Of course, you can just look up a guide on where and how to collect each piece of gear, but if you're looking for a bit more of a challenge, you can check out an item's details page, which reveals what region of England the rest of the set can be found in. As you push further into the game, you'll recognize that most armor sets are spread across multiple regions of England or Norway, so if you're looking to track down a specific set, hop into the details page and get a snapshot of where everything can be found. Next, I thought we'd talk about fire, because I know there's at least one pyro out there checking out this video. Fire is an interesting aspect of Assassin's Creed Valhalla and a pretty big component of the game's raiding and combat. First up, let's talk about the torch, which somehow manages to be one of the most versatile tools in the game. Not only is the torch a decent offhand weapon capable of dealing damage and setting enemies ablaze, but it's also a decent utility item. Torches can be used to break through light walls, shatter windows, bring down ladders, snap ropes, but ultimately it helps you save arrows, which is a big deal in the early parts of the game before you upgrade your quiver. Torches can also be used in a pinch to light your arrows on fire. To pull this off, pull out a torch and drop it to the ground. Whip out your bow and aim it towards the ground until your arrow catches fire. This is quick and a free way to set objects and enemies ablaze. It's also worth pointing out that you can light your arrows on fire with other flames in the world, including braziers, and yes, even dead bodies. In terms of putting out fires, well, here's the deal. If the debuff builds up, you can quickly stop the damage by dodging, and if you hold the dodge button, the dodge plus roll will completely extinguish the flame. Catching on fire is no joke, and if you're not paying attention, it can quickly take down your health, so be on the lookout for those debuffs in the corner of your screen. For anyone that didn't catch our Ultimate Silver Guide video, this tip is worth repeating for the masses. If you're looking for a quick and easy way to make coin in Valhalla, look no further than Norwich in East Anglia. Right there through the center of the town is a shallow river teeming with fish, and that's your ticket to an endless supply of silver. Equip a spear, take off your armor, and wade out into the water. Using your own sight, track down groups of fish and swing for the fences. Each fish nets you somewhere between 5 and 15 silver, and that quickly adds up. The river has an endless supply of fish, so you can spend about 5 minutes or 5 hours there, and the profits are always substantial. Silver may not seem that important, but remember, you're going to need a massive amount of materials like iron and leather if you want to upgrade all your weapons and gear, so best stock up and make a bit of coin for the long haul. To be honest with you guys, this next tip isn't going to blow any minds, but it's definitely worth pointing out. As you most likely know, each region in Assassin's Creed Valhalla has a recommended power level, but that number is largely symbolic. If you're feeling adventurous, you can head into these more challenging areas and go hunting for loot. Just know that when it comes to combat, you're outmatched. Sneak around, loot treasure, that's all fair game, and if you do get caught, just run, because getting into a fight is not something you want to mess around with. This applies to both England and Norway. There's a strange level 280 region of Norway in the north. If you don't want to wait around, feel free to sneak around instead. If you haven't been following this game throughout development, you may have missed the fact that you can dual wield any 2 weapons in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I do mean any. At the end of the bear skill tree is an ability that lets you dual wield 2-handed weapons like Dane axes, spears, and great swords. This is by far one of the most enjoyable ways to play the game because it's so wildly different from anything we've ever experienced before in an Assassin's Creed game. For those that may have missed this, the weapon in your offhand can't be used like the weapon in your main hand. Your offhand weapon serves 2 functions, parrying and a special attack unique to that weapon type. Luckily, with the dual swap talent also in the bear tree, you can swap the 2 items you currently have equipped, which gives you access to an entirely new set of moves. Seriously, if you haven't checked out heavy dual wielding, do yourself a favor and give it a try. Not only can you decimate shields and unleash an insane amount of damage, but it's one of the most enjoyable ways to play the game and a complete change of pace. The next tip has to do with flighting, the Viking version of rat battling you may or may not have heard about. Flighting isn't that challenging. Just match the rhythmic cadence and respond to the insult, and you'll get through the challenge. The real prize, however, is the charisma boost that you get after completing a successful flight. Based on your charisma level, you'll gain access to new dialogue options at key moments in your adventures. These options always provide the best possible outcome to a situation and ultimately save you from having to fight or bribe your way out of a tough spot. Flighting takes about 5 minutes top to bottom, and it's well worth your time. If you want to stay alive, upgrade your rations. It's as simple as that. This is one of the most essential upgrades any player can make, and the benefits early on are enormous. Because I was so focused on upgrading my armor and weapons, I left rations for the very end, and I came to regret that decision immensely. Rations are your lifeline in the game, your oh shit button when things get a little rough, and even the best players will sometimes mess up and need a way out. Upgrading your rations increases the capacity and allows you to go into big battles with multiple charges ready to go. It may sound simple, but honestly, if I waited as long as I did, I know other players did as well, so do yourself a favor and upgrade those rations and save yourself a couple of headaches. Maybe it's just me, but I didn't realize until I was about 25 hours into the game that I could call my longship just like I could call my horse. If you head into the quick action menu, you'll notice there is a call longship option, and this comes in handy for multiple reasons. First off, if you want to hop in your longship and set sail, now you can do that without having to visit a port, something I didn't think was possible. I spent the first however many hours fast traveling away from my destination because I thought ports were the only way to gain access to my ship. You can also call your longship in for a raid even if you're already inside an encampment. Again, just hop into your quick access menu and select the raid button. This will call in your longship and your Vikings will storm the shore. I honest to God thought I had to call my ship, aim it towards the coast, and raid every single time, but that's just not the case. So hopefully my blunder will make it more clear for players looking to raid in the future. Finally, I want to talk about the main quest, and this is really more about efficiency than anything else. If you're like me, you're prone to wandering off and trying to 100% an area, but the sad reality is that the main quest takes you to a lot of these places already. On multiple occasions, I would wander around, clear an area, only to find out that I would have to go back to that area because of the main quest. This got even more annoying when on multiple occasions loot was locked behind main quest content. At one point, the frustration was so high, I just said screw it and decided to focus almost entirely on the main quest, and honestly, I've never looked back. Now, I'm not telling you guys how to play the game, but if you want to avoid some of those frustrations, stick to the main quest, and when you get to a new area, because of the main quest, then explore and loot. Anything left over after a major story arc in a territory is free game and won't be locked behind story content, so have at it. I know it's not your standard tip or trick, but anything that saves you a little time and some frustration is worth pointing out, in my opinion. And there you have it, friends. Everything I wish I knew sooner about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like I said, I'll most likely put out a part 2 to this video if I find more tips and tricks worth pointing out. So if you're interested in checking out that type of video,
it's legit. Like, it's not, I'm not like, I don't know how they do it. Like, they must be taking into account other discounts.
Hey there, friends, what's going on? It's Kodiak here, back for another Assassin's Creed Valhalla video, and by the title, I bet you can figure out what we're talking about today. That is right, abilities in the game. Specifically, the melee abilities. We're going to break them down, we're going to rank them, because you guys are just loving this content. I, honest to God, never thought that I would turn into a tier lister. I just never thought those types of videos would be ones that I enjoy producing. But here's the deal. I've tried to talk honestly about things like melee weapons and ranged weapons and armor, but today you guys asked for it, so I'm going to keep going. We're going to talk about melee abilities. And just so we're all on the same page here, there's a couple different factors that are going to weigh in on how I rank these things. One is its overall effectiveness at killing enemies. Obviously, you're using abilities to kill enemies, so how effective is an ability at actually killing enemies? 2, how efficient is that ability? Is the ability waste a lot of time? Does the ability take a lot of time to execute? Does the ability affect more than one enemy? That's a really big sticking point for a lot of these abilities that we're going to talk about. And of course, we're going to talk about the level 2 nature of each ability. You obviously can find the books of knowledge for each of these abilities twice. That's going to upgrade it and give you a little bit extra potency. So I want to make sure we all have a baseline for where most of these rankings are going to come into the picture. So let's dive in and break down the list. Alright, so when it comes to the F tier, there's really only one clear winner in my eyes, and that is, of course, Feigned Death. I think this is probably the most useless ability in the entire game, and I understand it's an Assassin's Creed game. Sometimes you're in a sticky situation, you need to feign death. Maybe that lets the guards off your tail, but honestly, Valhalla just plays so differently than any other Assassin's Creed game. There's so much more of an emphasis on loud, in-your-face combat, and I find that Feigned Death doesn't really fit into the picture. Even if you're an assassin and you're going with a full assassin build, there are just ways to escape, and using Feigned Death doesn't really seem to work. Now, the upgraded version of Feigned Death does allow you to do a surprise assassination, so you can run into a tricky situation, feign death, and maybe jump up at an enemy and kill them. You can even do this with bigger enemies once you get the advanced assassination technique, but overall, it just isn't that great of a move. It's not very efficient, it's kind of a waste of time. It does take a long time to kind of go from start to finish with it, so that's why I think, compared to all the other melee abilities, and that's, of course, we have to remember that we're comparing against all of the other melee abilities, it definitely gets an F rank.
This is it. This is the mecca of paranormal investigating. You've probably seen it happen.
Moving right along to the D tier, I had a really tough time with this first ability, Blinding Rush. Now, I think a lot of players will find this ability to be useless. They just won't use it, but I know there's somebody out there that really thinks that Blinding Rush is a much better ability than I'm giving it credit for. Blinding Rush allows you to basically use your stamina to move undetected. You can run right through a main area of enemies and you won't be detected. Now, this may come into the picture for some players that want to either move through an encampment or maybe a castle, something like that, but I think most of us are either going to work from the outside in or the inside out, and finding a way to really use Blinding Rush in an organic sense doesn't really make sense. Even the way that they show it in the tooltip, where you're kind of running in a straight line doing assassinations, because at level 2 you can kind of chain assassinations together, it just really doesn't seem like it's that great of an ability. Now again, I may be completely missing the mark with this one. It is never something that I would use in my daily kit. Again, Valhalla plays very differently than other Assassin's Creed games. If I'm going to run into a castle, I'm either going to do it super stealthy, I'm going to do it with my bow and just pick people off. There's no chance that I'm going to use Blinding Rush, use my precious adrenaline to try and get these assassinations, when I could easily do that in another way that's more efficient, that doesn't waste one of my adrenaline slots. So yes, it is definitely a D tier ability in my opinion. Another D tier ability, in my opinion, is Kick of Tier. And this one could go either way. I just think Kick of Tier is not that great in terms of actually doing damage to enemies. Yes, there is the added catch that you could kick enemies into other things, other obstacles, and they will take some sort of damage, but you have to land your kick, you have to line up your kick, and there's no real easy way to do that, unlike with the harpoon, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Kick of Tier doesn't do a whole lot of damage, even with the obstacle collision thing in the mix, and again, it's really about that efficiency here. You're only targeting one enemy, you may get the kick in the right direction, it's only doing a small amount of damage. It's not that great in the grand scheme of things, and especially when you compare it to other abilities that you have. I would never use Kick of Tier and waste one of my precious adrenaline slots when I could use something like Harpoon Impalement or Dive of the Valkyries, which, a little teaser, we're going to talk about that, obviously. We've kind of talked about this before. Developers will put things into games, whether it be armor or weapons, or in this case, abilities that really aren't that great. They're fun, they're flashy, and there's a little bit of nostalgia here with the Spartan kick, but in terms of actually being a good ability, I can't give it higher than a D. No way. Moving up to the C tier here, we do have a few different options. And I want to start with Rage of Helheim. This is an ability that is not very efficient. It's a one-target ability, but you are going to get some consistency with it if you're good at the alternating kind of mini-game that you have to do to land the damage. Now, you can really take advantage of this ability specifically when you want to deal with brutal enemies or more elite enemies, because you can target them with Rage of Helheim, you can really wail on them, do a lot of damage to them, maybe not kill them, and this is kind of why it's a C tier. You're not really going to kill a lot of enemies with Rage of Helheim. You maybe kill some lesser minions, but if you're really using it to great efficiency, going after the harder targets, you're going to be able to chunk them down 2/3 of their health, maybe even 3/4 of their health, and that's where I feel Rage of Helheim works very well. And at the upgraded version, you're just going to be able to do more damage because you're going to be able to punch faster, and, you know, punching faster equals more damage. Everybody knows that. So Rage of Helheim, a decent ability. I wouldn't call it good, but definitely decent. Also in the C tier is Vengeance of Thor, and I think this one may rub some people the wrong way. Vengeance of Thor is a decent ability. You can hit multiple enemies with it. Basically allows you to charge up your weapon for 1 or 2, depending on what weapon you're using, big attacks that do a lot of damage. Now, if you're just looking for straight up damage, Vengeance of Thor is a decent ability. But the catch is, you can get hit when charging up your Vengeance of Thor, basically making it useless. And if you're not good at moving and reading enemies, there is a good chance you're gonna get hit. You can't dodge when you're using Vengeance of Thor, you can't parry, so you're basically holding on to this ability, waiting for it to charge up, and with the upgrade, you're waiting a little bit longer to get that second kind of tick to do even more damage. You get hit, does nothing. So it's a C tier ability for that reason alone. It hits like a truck. I love that about Vengeance of Thor, but in terms of overall efficiency and flexibility for all types of players, I definitely think it's in the C category. So now we're getting to the good stuff, the B tier melee abilities that I think are definitely worth considering for your day-to-day operations in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I'm going to start with Throwing Axe Fury. This is an ability I've used from day one. I do think it is really good, especially when it comes to the upgraded version. And what basically happens is you throw a bunch of axes at any targets that are in range. This may be one target, this may be multiple targets, and the kicker with the upgraded version is that all of those enemies are going to be staggered, and that is absolutely huge. I talked about efficiency being a big factor in how I rank these abilities, and the fact that you can stagger multiple enemies, opening them up for absolutely devastating light and heavy attacks, means Throwing Axe Fury is very good as a utility ability on your toolbar. Is it going to kill people? Probably not. It does not do a lot of damage. Even when it only throws one axe at a target, it does do more damage, but it's still not a lot of damage. It's fantastic when it comes to giving you flexibility in combat, and that's why I think it's really worth your time. You really only need to use 1, maybe 2 instances of Throwing Axe Fury, stagger everybody in a tricky situation. It gives you the ability to kind of break away if you need to. It gives you the ability to kind of reset your mental thinking if you're in a fog. It also just is a really good ability for setting up kills, and that's why I definitely think it's a B tier ability. My other choice for a B tier ability is Rush and Bash, and I really do like this ability, although some people may not agree with me here. I think this is one of the ones that people may not agree with me that it's a B tier. You can basically use this ability to rush continuously until you make contact with an enemy, pick them up, and you can either throw them off a ledge, slam them into a wall. They take extra damage when you slam them into a wall. cases for Rush and Bash. Now, the upgraded version allows you to take advantage of enemies stunned against the wall by finishing them off with an extra attack, and that usually ends up being an axe to the face. And I think Rush and Bash works really well in most instances. You can use it to kind of break away with a big enemy and get out of a pack of enemies. You can use it to push harder enemies like the Dranger boss off a cliff. That's how I did it. I mean, it was literally one move and he was dead. So I think there's a lot of flexibility here. I think the range of use for Rush and Bash is a lot greater than people give it credit for. Does it kill multiple people? Does it always kill somebody? No, it doesn't. But there's a lot of flexibility, and it gives you a lot of opportunities to either kill enemies, position enemies in a better position, or just break away and get away from enemies. So I think there's a lot of use cases here, which is why I think Rush and Bash should be in the B tier. So we've got 4 abilities left, and in the A tier, I want to talk about 2 of them. We've got Fire Strike and Poison Strike, and I'm going to talk about them together because they really are the same ability, just with different status effects. Fire Strike, of course, sets your weapon on fire. You can use that to set enemies on fire, and for Poison Strike, you can poison your weapon, thus allowing you to poison your enemies. And I think this is one of those abilities that is not flashy. We talked about that in the armor video. Sometimes the best things are not the flashiest, but the most straightforward. And the ability to set enemies on fire, do damage over time with either the fire ability or the poison ability, is massive. There are also items like Mournful Cry and Suitor Sword that will allow you to tap into those status effects, doing more damage or giving you some sort of healing effect, so you have to take that into consideration too. Now, the upgraded versions of both of these abilities allow you to either use a poison cloud or a fire cloud right when you set your weapon on fire or poison it, and that is really effective too, mainly because it staggers enemies. It gives you a little bit of a boost when it comes to whatever status effect you're applying to the enemies, and there's just a lot of really good damage that you can dish out once your weapon is either poisoned or on fire. Enemies will stagger when they're overly poisoned or really catching on fire, and I think there's a lot of flexibility here again in utility for players to use these 2 abilities to set up kills, and that is really why it gets that A tier rank. They are both fantastic abilities, and you have to look long term. You're going to get multiple uses out of one instance of either Fire Strike or Poison Strike. You're going to get a lot of opportunities to set enemies on fire or poison them, which is why these 2 abilities, you cannot take them for granted. If you've never checked them out, if you've never used them, you absolutely should. I believe you unlock both of these by just starting the Order of the Ancients thing, so make sure you're killing the Order of the Ancient members just to the point where you can unlock Fire Strike and Poison Strike, and I promise you, you will not regret it. And here we are, once again, at the S tier for another Assassin's Creed Valhalla list. And of course, if you guys have been doing the math, you know what's next. Dive of the Valkyrie. This is one of the best abilities in the game when it comes to damage, use case, efficiency, flexibility. It is just fantastic. And if you don't know how it works, basically you jump up into the air, you launch yourself towards an enemy, slam down on him, knock him to the ground, doing a ton of damage, and the upgraded version allows you to basically do an AoE knockdown at the point of impact. Now, Dive of the Valkyrie has a lot of flexibility. It allows you to take on big enemies. It allows you to close gaps. It actually can allow you to kind of get away from a situation if you need to. And of course, it staggers and kind of disrupts the flow of combat, opening up opportunities for you to kill enemies. Anybody that's used Dive of the Valkyrie knows this is an S tier ability. I really don't think there's going to be that much debate on this one. It is fantastic. If you're not using it, use it. It looks cool as hell. It is wildly efficient when it comes to killing enemies, opening up enemies to be killed, and of course, it does have that little bit of mobility and utility that we talked about that is just too good to pass up. The final ability is, of course, Harpoon Impalement, and I've been using Harpoon Impalement since the very beginning, and I actually kind of regret that I got it later than I should have, but it is just fantastic. Basically allows you to harpoon an enemy and throw them in any direction you want using either your arrow keys or your controller. And this is really the kicker. When you throw enemies into each other or into objects, they take an obscene amount of damage. I don't know if it's coded wrong, if the game is just bugged, which wouldn't surprise me or really anybody at this point. They take an astronomical amount of damage. I've killed bosses, I have killed elite enemies, I have killed zealots by using harpoon impalement, throwing them into trees, throwing them into walls, whatever. And the upgraded version makes it even better. You can pull the enemy towards you and basically chop off their head. I mean, what is better than that? It is one of the coolest abilities in the game, and you knew this one had to be good. They have shown harpoon impalement long before the game was released, and you knew that they were going to put their heart and soul into making this ability good. And it is. It's an S tier ability. It does not kill a lot of enemies. Sometimes you'll get a double kill when you throw enemies into each other. But the key here is that you can control which enemies you want to take down. It really allows you to focus on the enemies that you need to prioritize, whether it be those elite enemies or zealots. Maybe you're in a situation where there's a zealot and some minions around. It really just gives you a lot of flexibility to control the flow of combat with the most high priority targets. And that is why the harpoon impalement gets that S tier. And there you have it, guys. All of the melee abilities ranked in the Kodiak fashion. I've really enjoyed putting these together for you. Like I said, I really didn't think I was going to do a lot of these videos. You guys keep telling me that you're liking them. The views show that you guys are liking them. Hey there, friends, what's going on? It's Kodiak here, back for another Assassin's Creed video, and today we are finally breaking down all of the shields in the game and ranking them S to F. And I know you guys have been asking for this video for quite some time, but let me fill you in on a little secret. There are a lot of shields in this game, and specifically, there are a lot of good shields. So I wanted to make sure I took that extra day to really dive into all the information and really make sure that I was committed to the decisions for where each of the shields ranked. And you guys have to remember something. When we're ranking these items, we are looking and comparing them objectively, apples to apples. A lot of you guys have written in the comments about builds and not understanding that these items play into certain builds, and I totally understand that. But when we're talking about specific items, maybe a player is looking for an item that's giving them the most value just out of an item, not looking to build around that particular piece, and that's really what I'm trying to do here. There's no one right way to rank something like a shield in the game because, of course, there are so many different factors to consider, including build and playstyle and player skill, and those are all things that I'm trying to take into consideration. But ultimately, when it comes down to the wire, we have to rank these things as objectively as possible. And for the shields, we're really only focused on the offhand capabilities because you can use shields as primary weapons, but you're not going to be able to tap into the effects because a lot of the effects revolve around blocking and parrying, exactly what you'd expect from a shield. And while we're talking about that, I just want to say if they wanted shields to be a more offensive item, they should have made it so that shields and their bonuses were a little bit closer linked. Now, you can, of course, still activate some of the bonuses even if you use a shield in the main hand, but ultimately, shields are meant to be used in the offhand as a more defensive tool, and that's exactly where we're going to start. So let's break it all down, and let's start with the F tier. Now, in my opinion, the F tier was actually rather easy to come up with. One, the Kraken shield in my game didn't have any effects on it. This is part of the beginner's bundle that you should get. I think this has been a bug in the game. No effects on the shield, so it gets an F rank. The other three all tap into this system of basically blocking 5 times to activate some effect. And here's the real deal. Blocking 5 times does take a hot minute. Sometimes it's more viable, like when you're surrounded by a ton of enemies, but other times it's not that viable. So you're not going to see a lot of benefit out of those pieces of gear because you're not really going to be able to tap into the effect that associates with it. Now, the effects are fine, and I think a few of you will say that Muspel's wall is probably a little bit better, but again, I go back to the fact that I don't want to waste time blocking 5 times before I can create that small ring of fire that Muspel's wall gives me. I just think the effect is a little undertuned. It just doesn't work in the kind of fast-paced environment of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is why all 4 of those pieces get the F rank. In the D tier, we only have 2 items, the Kite Shield and the Ursine Guard. And I actually think the Ursine Guard is okay. Increases your attack after taking a hit. This gives you a 10-second buff, and that increases your attack by 8. Now, the problem with the Ursine Guard is that it does not stack. Plus 8 is really not much to write home about, specifically when we have other items that we're going to talk about that give you plus 25, plus 40 attack, and those are really the ones that shine when it comes to this breakdown. Earthside Guard is good, but because that attack bonus is really low, it just doesn't really rise to the occasion. Now the Kite Shield, on the other hand, is a completely different beast. Increases your heavy damage based on how long you maintain your block stance. Now you can, if you hold your block stance for 20 seconds, get that up to a plus 40 heavy damage. But the problem is the buff duration is only 3 seconds. So you're really not going to make the most out of the buff. You just spend 20 seconds in a block stance, and now you only get 3 seconds to really capitalize on it. It's just not a great balance, which is why I think the Kite Shield is a D tier item. Moving up to the C tier, this is where things kind of start to explode. And I want to start with 4 specific shields here: the Morrigan's Guard, Gorgon Shield, Blood Wolf, the Sarcophagus Shield. Now, all 4 of these shields have something to do with either fire or poison. You either imbue your weapon with fire or poison, or on parry, you shoot out a cloud of poison or a ring of fire. Now, the thing here is that these effects are good. You have a 33% chance to do something to your weapon, whether it be ignite it or poison it, but there is a catch. It's only a 5-second duration, and there is a cooldown on all 4 of these shields, whether it be 15 seconds or 30 seconds. Now, the effect is good, and I don't want you guys to think that the effect isn't good. You're going to see a lot of benefit out of poisoning your weapon or setting your weapon on fire, but these shields are really designed to be used in a gear set, to be used in a build, and that's why they only rise to that C rank in this video. Now, of course, in a perfect world with the perfect build, these shields are going to play a vital part in actually killing enemies, and I think they would rise to even an A tier in some situations. But because we're not talking about builds, as standalone items, they're good, but not great. 2 other shields in the C tier, the Hraffen Guard and the Modronit Shield, both have the same effect: increase your speed when blocking up to 5 times. Now the thing here is that we don't have any further tooltips to inform our decision. Speed is great, and I would imagine you can probably get up to plus 15 speed, but we know nothing about duration, we know nothing about those actual numbers that can inform our decisions. Even still, I don't think these shields would rise above a B rank, even if we did know the information. I think they're good, but there are such better options out there. The final shield in the C rank is the Rune Shield, and I think this one is good, but it is niche and really fits a certain type of player. Increase your ability damage when close to full health. There is a 90% health threshold on that, and a plus 20 ability damage when you're above that threshold. I do think that's very good, and for players that always stay topped off, that is going to be a great shield to have because you're going to be getting plus 20 to your ability damage. But if you're a player that does take hits, you're a player that's not confident in your parrying and your dodging, you're not really going to see the benefits from the Rune Shield, which is why I think it's kind of borderline C, B, but I think for most players that are progressing through the game, the Rune Shield may not be the right choice. Moving right along to the B tier, I think you guys are going to notice that there are another host of shields that we have to talk about, and I would classify the B tier as the okay shields that do just a little bit of something for your player. And I know that sounds a little generic, but hear me out. Each of the shields in the B tier, we're going to go through each of them because I do think it's important at this point in the video. Each of them does something to boost your damage dealing stats, but at the end of the day, they're not great. Now, the Huda Shield is the first one I want to talk about. Blocking temporarily increases light damage. This gives you a 5-second buff that increases your light damage by plus 10. Now, that's okay. That's pretty good. That's why it's a B tier item. Flank and Butler increases your heavy damage when parrying. That's a 10-second buff, and you're getting plus 12. Again, not bad, not great, just good. The Oaken Kite Shield is kind of in the same boat. Increases your range damage when blocking a ranged attack. 5-second buff, plus 15 range damage. Now the catch with the Oaken Kite Shield is, of course, that is so playstyle specific. If you are a more range-centric player, and I know there are plenty of you out there, I'm one of them, the Oaken Kite Shield may be a good choice for you. If you're using your shield as just a way to stop arrows, you're going to get that damage buff just by doing that, and it's easy. There are a lot of arrows flying at players during this game, so I think you actually could get a lot of use out of the Oaken Kite Shield, albeit you have to have the right playstyle. The Raven Clan Shield, same thing. Blocking temporarily increases light damage, 5-second buff, plus 10 light damage. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of light attacks lead into heavy attacks. That's just a straightforward, really good shield. The Spartan Shield is the exact same thing. Increases your attack across the board after a shield block. 5-second buff gives you plus 10 to attack. This is all straightforward, guys. If you're not following the trend, you're missing the point. It's all straightforward stuff, straightforward damage boost, not great, but definitely good. And the final shield in this mix here is the Sleipnir shield. Blocking increases your back damage. Same thing, 5-second buff, but you are getting plus 25 to back damage. And obviously that's to compensate for the fact that it is hard to get around the back of some enemies. The 5-second buff may not be a long period of time, but it should be enough to give you at least one attack on the back, which is why they give you that additional attack boost. I think all of these shields do a really good job and fit the bill. The 4 light shields, 2 of which you get in the game, 2 of which are from the store, are decent, boosting your attack. You get the Raven Clan shield almost instantly in the game, and the Spartan shield not that far behind, so you can get access to those really quickly. The other 2 heavy shields, the Plank and Butler and the Oak and Kite shield, while a little bit more specific to playstyle, are just as good. So all 4 of the non-store shields will give you some value and are easy to get in the game. So look for those 4 shields if you're still early on in your adventures. I think you can make a lot of use out of them. The other 2 shields, the Hudafolk shield and the Sleipnir shield, are both okay, but I honest to God would never spend money to buy either of those. Of course, the Hudafolk shield you can get in the Hudafolk pack, but the Sleipnir shield is not something I would ever spend real money on. Time to talk about the A tier, and here is where the rubber meets the road, and unfortunately this is the last time we're going to talk about shields that are in the game that you don't have to buy in the store. And I hate to say that, but it's true. And the 2 real A tier shields that are not part of the store or any packs are the Royal Guard and the Britain Shield. I love the Britain Shield. It restores some health on parry. You're going to get 15% of your health restored. There's a 10-second cooldown on it, but 10 seconds is really nothing. Now, the Britain Shield is so versatile for players that are looking for a kind of tried and true build, maybe an axe or a hammer in your main hand and a shield in your offhand. The Britain Shield is going to be a fantastic addition to that type of player. Now, if you're looking for a very specific build, the Britain Shield may not be the one, but if you are somebody that's progressing in the game, I think you're going to find a lot of use out of the Britain Shield. I know that I found it incredibly valuable during my playthrough. Unfortunately, the Britain Shield is not something that you can get super early on in the game, but if you do go hunting for it, you can get it earlier than I think you would normally run across it. Now, the Royal Shield is a heavy shield, but it is fantastic. Increases your heavy damage when blocking. This is a 5-second buff, and it's going to give you plus 20 to heavy damage. Now, that is just a very straightforward buff, but of course the reason it's in the A tier is because you're getting plus 20 heavy damage, not plus 10 or plus 15. The damage boost is just more substantial. Also in this tier is Broken Wings, and that's very similar to the Britain Shield, restores some health over time after a block. And